Hi, welcome to Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. It's kind of sprinkling outside. I think it's trying to rain, and it probably is going to rain here in a little bit. And right now, I'm going around gathering up my daffodil greens because they were spent. They've already bloomed. So I'm gathering the greens and just kind of rubber banding them together just to get them out of my way for right now, because I'm ready to plant my herb garden. And with all that greenery in the way, it's kind of hard to plant. So I started doing that. Usually with daffodils, you don't want to cut them down. You want to wait until the leaves are spent and brown. So I'm just kind of putting them up in a ponytail so that I can make room for my herbs, because that's what we're going to do today. We're getting ready to plant the herb garden. Hopefully the weather will hold out and we'll get it all planted. I already have some perennials coming up. I have yarrow, I have sage, I have thyme, and the borage has already reseeded itself, so it's coming back as well. I have bought a lot of herbs this year. Now, with my new greenhouse, you'd think that I would have been able to grow herbs here on the little farm, but I did not have the right temperature yet in my greenhouse. But hopefully next year, we'll be able to do that. At least we're going to try. But right now, I went to the store and I purchased a lot of herbs for the garden. So let's go ahead and go get those. I have a lot of rosemary, some chamomile, we got a lot of herbs to look at. There's so many varieties at the nursery for you to choose from. I chose just regular herbs that I'm going to be using in my cooking. So I have a lot of rosemary, parsley, dill, basil. I got a French lavender just because I think lavender smells so nice, and this is so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. I want to make sure that I put that somewhere special. All right, so we have some things here, and I need to make sure that I am planting it. I got fennel. Is this? Yep. Dill. The plan is with all of these herbs is to use them in my regular herb garden right over here, as our beautiful spokesmodel Cotton is showing you. That's where we usually plant our herbs, and I'm going to be using that space, but I also want to use my new space here by the greenhouse. I want to incorporate some herbs in here, and I already have some lemon balm growing in there, and I have some, what else? Well, I think that's it that I have, but I want to plant a cherry tomato in this little part right here, but it's still a little early for that. But then I have some space here and here, because back there won't be enough sunlight for the herbs, but I do want to plant some rosemary in this space. I have some coneflowers and some salvia and some, let's see, lamb's ear. And I think what we're going to do, because I'm not really quite sure, I think what we'll do is we'll get the little containers and set them out in different areas so that we can decide where we want to put them. Does that sound like a good idea? Let's do that. All right, let's start with this area. I know I want to put rosemary here. So let me get some of the rosemary and the lavender. I'm going to put you right here. And the rosemary. Okay, maybe we don't have any more space for this. Here, maybe. It's a little bit hard sometimes to picture it because sometimes the plants will grow, and I know that my coneflowers will get nice and big. That'll be nice because I have the catmint, the salvia. Yes, I think those two will go really nicely there. Let's put her right here. Need a weed bucket. Alrighty. And oh, I love fennel. I love how big it gets. I'm gonna put that right here. Parsley over here. Basil. I went crazy with the rosemary, you guys. I think this will work. So now we just need to plant them. And I need to get a weed bucket so I can clear some of the weeds and some of the junk that's in here. You know, last year I made a little fence around the garden, and I'm going to do that again this year. The goats were really hard on it. The goats and Mr. Steve and the dogs, they just tore it up. But luckily for me, it wasn't material that I purchased. It was just material that I cut around here on the little farm. And I can replenish it with the same kind of material here from the little farm. So I am going to make that little fence. Am I going to do it today? I don't know. We'll see how the weather holds out. You're getting in my spot there, girl. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. Let me dig a hole over here for you. Huh? Go over there. My helpers are taking a break. I know what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to clean them and sand them, of course. Then I'm going to paint the tops white, but I'm going to spray paint the bottoms gold. And that way it'll kind of be cohesive. You know how I am about aesthetics. So go ahead and get these. It's starting to sprinkle, so we're going to spray paint under the carport. And I decided that I had a few other things that I wanted to spray paint as well. And I am using metallic gold. At the bottom of the mushrooms, and then the top will be painted white. So we'll let that dry for right now. Our little mushrooms are nice and dry. They kind of look nice like this, so we might change them back, but let's see what they look like if we paint the tops white. I happen to have some white paint here. This is indoor-outdoor paint, so it's good outdoors as well as indoors. I'm getting too excited. I decided I wanted to make something that would go over that electrical outlet that we have out there for the pond. And I thought I would get a birdhouse and stick it over that. So I went to Target and I didn't like what they had. I went to Meijer, I didn't like what they had. But good old Goodwill had what I needed. I just want something that you can move out of the way very easily if you have to get into that outlet cover. So I found this little, it's like a little screen. It's a little screen thing. And I'm going to attach a couple of things to it. So we can stick it in the ground. I'm very happy that we got this done today, despite the rain. And I do like all the little things that we have out here, making everything just a little bit more charming. Now, I'm not sure that I like the white mushrooms. I might just go ahead and spray paint them over all the way gold for some reason. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, things may change here and there, a little bit here and there, and that's what happens when you're a gardener. But for right now, I think we have everything set just in a perfect spot. And I'm really excited about starting to incorporate this part of the garden into the herb garden and the vegetable garden. I'll be planting some cherry tomatoes over there. And I do have a question for you. If you recall, a few years ago, I built a cold frame and I placed it right in here. So I dug up all the plants and I had my cold frame here for several years. Well, now that I have my greenhouse, I don't need my cold frame anymore. And this area is just kind of really tattered and torn up. So I thought I would ask you, what do you think I should do with this little area right here? It's about 6 foot by 5 foot, I think. Maybe not. Maybe more. It's more like 5'7" little area over here. It gets pretty good sun, afternoon shade, because of the neighbor's lilac tree and because we have this hemlock tree here. So it gets a lot of shade. So I would really like it to see what you suggest I should do with this area, because I don't have any plans for it, but I just keep looking at it, and right now it's quite a mess. So go ahead and hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think I should do with this. Another day on the little farm, another project finished. Looks nice. I'm looking forward to seeing it grow and fill in and be a beautiful herb garden where we can get our herbs and use them for teas and cooking and fragrance, all of those things, all of the good things. Speaking of all of the good things, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and visiting me here on Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. Try to get outside today if you can. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Love you. Look at those muddy, muddy faces.